Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, not much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike Nigeria ga-akarị ike Biafra. Nna nuro, onye kere ụwa nuro luayo. Nna nuro, Olisa bi n'igwe nuro akwayo. Now, the news updates.
Do you know that for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be flown back to Nigeria under the cover of darkness after his kidnap and illegal rendition and torture back in Kenya, the Nigerian government under the evil Buhari needed to conceal his extraction to avoid international clearance and legal protocol. And of course, you know, and yes, he needed a jet to do it. But this time, one with diplomatic immunity. A jet with diplomatic immunity. The big story here is no other jet could fit into this role. No other jet could do this job except the presidential jet. Yes, Nigerian presidential jet. That is the only jet that is covered by diplomatic immunity. That is the only jet that can, even in the middle of the night, even in the early morning, 24 hours a day, can fly out of this country to anywhere, any location around the world, does not need international clearance, does not need to identify itself, does not need any protocol. That is the only jet that can be summoned in any time, anywhere in the world, and that jet will fly from Nigeria to that place, because that is the Nigerian presidential jet. Recorded in the world, recorded in the UN, recorded by all the countries. All the countries of the world have the number of these jets, have the identity of this jet, so that they will always identify that this is the Nigerian presidential jet and they should let it fly past. On that fateful day, this illegal act happened. It was done in the cover of darkness because the two countries did not want their citizens to know, did not want their press to know, did not want to alert Interpol or to alert any suspecting entity. And yes, what better way to do that than to use the presidential jet, the highest jet of the country, to commit an international crime. It pains me saying this. It irks me. You can imagine the level of impunity countries go to score a point. You can imagine the kind of deals they do behind our backs. You can imagine the kind of life they live with the resources of the people. Bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria took a lot of resources, took a lot of illegalities, took a lot of diplomatic immunity, waste of resources just to get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. That shows you the level of impunity that presidents around the world commit with their presidential jets. That shows you the kind of illegality that presidents around the world commit with the government houses they live in, with the presidential house that they live in, and with also most of their international travels they claim they go. This also exposes a lot of things that go on in international crime done by presidents, sitting presidents around the world. We ask, that is how it is. That is how it is. So today, a new one has been discovered today. These are the kind of things happening in Nigeria. These are the kind of people we as Biafrans share country with. People who don't have human conscience, who don't have sense of value. They value nothing. Nothing means anything to them. Anything can be used as a scapegoat. Anything can be used for anything. There is no value. Somebody wake up any day and says he wants to buy presidential jets, he wants to buy helicopter, he wants to buy yacht, and they will sign it for him. Somebody says that he wants to go and kidnap somebody in that country, and everybody clap hands for him. Nobody can even stand up to ask the right questions. This is not the Nigeria our forefathers of Igbo extractions fought for. This is not the Nigeria. I did more fact checking, and I'm going to prove it to you by giving you a list of presidents around the world who their presidential jets or they themselves with their presidential jets have been caught in illegality, in crime around the world. These are facts. So you can go and verify. I'm giving you this list exclusively to know that yes, what happened to Nnamdi Kanu happened with Nigerian presidential jets. And presidents around the world are guilty of impunity doing this same thing in their countries. Only God knows what the current Nigerian president is doing with Nigerian presidential jets all this while he travels unaccounted for around the world. Let me give you a list of presidential private jets around the world that has been indicted with illegality and crime. Venezuela, Narcosobrinos cocaine flight. In November 2015, two nephews of Venezuela's first lady used a Cessna Citation 500, a jet operated by military pilots from the presidential unit, Casa Militar, to fly over 800 kg of cocaine to Haiti. The flights originated from a terminal reserved for top officials. The nephews were apprehended by the DEA and prosecuted in the US. Markets, presidential jets, and what they have been used, impunity they used to commit, and one that was also used to rendition Nnamdi Kanu down to Nigeria. Let's go again. Number 2, Brazil, 39 kg of cocaine on a presidential plane. In 2019, a Brazilian army sergeant traveling on a plane reserved for President Bolsonaro's delegation was arrested in Sevilla, Spain, with 39 kg of cocaine in his luggage. The incident raised immediate political outcry and led to an investigation by Brazil's Ministry of Defense. Do you see that? Do you see that I am correct? That presidential jets are not actually presidential after all. These are jets that are supposed to be used for international meetings to carry the president of a country who is the face of a country, but has turned around to be used for crime, just like the one that Buhari used to do against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he thought we will not know, but it has already been uncovered. Let's go on. Number 3, Peru. Cocaine found on jets formerly used as presidential aircraft. In 1996, Peruvian authorities intercepted 167 to 176 kg of cocaine aboard a Peruvian Air Force DC-8, which had previously doubled as a presidential aircraft. The flight was set to embark on a mission to Russia. The scandal was connected to Vladimiro Montesinos, head of intelligence service and a key figure in President Fujimori's regime.
My people, don't hear them now. What do you make of it? Drop your comments. But remember, it's Biafra or nothing. Bye for now.